All right, welcome to Bettin' with the Best. Ryan Dietrich here with Chris Hartley and our guy AD behind the desk. As always, we are live here from Yamo Media Studios in Columbus, Ohio. The big game is just a couple days away. Thank you all for tuning in with us. Like I said, this is the debut show, numero uno.
Yes, numero uno. The big game is coming up. Big money to be made. That's why we here today.
That's right.
Betting with the best, man. Let's go.
Yep. Big game is the most bet event of the year. I mean, outside of probably the World Cup, which just happened, but in terms of one single game, the game takes the most amount of dollars bet on it. So there's all sorts of things. I mean, from the length of the national anthem to the color of the Gatorade.
Yeah.
I mean, you name it. So
yeah.
We're going to get into it once again. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Ryan Dietrich, Chris Hartley here. This is a Super Bowl preview. Next week we'll get hopefully back to kind of a more routine schedule. We'll be with you again next Thursday. But this will be a nice short half hour, 45 minutes, something like that. Perfect for your drive home, whatever you're doing.
Yep.
We're going to cover the Super Bowl. We're also going to hit you with tonight's best games, some bets we got going tonight. So you'll have that chance to get some action in. We'll give you the inside, all those. So
yeah, we'll have some spots for you, some free spots.
Definitely.
Some promos going on. But, yeah, let's talk about the Super Bowl, man.
Yep, we'll get into it. It's all good. That's bound to slip. So, like you said, we're getting into the big game. Kansas City is an underdog. They're getting plus 1.5. Philadelphia Eagles minus 1.5. Over-under at 51. The first little tidbit I'll drop, there's only been ever one Super Bowl that's decided by 1 point, and that was the Bills and the Giants back in the early 90s. So that 1.5 ain't going to get you much because only one game's ever been decided by 1 point. So we're going to look for some other avenues to generate value. Chiefs money line right now, plus 105.
Looks like that line's not moving, man. So we stuck with that. Yeah, we're stuck with minus 1.5 for the Eagles, plus 1.5 for the Chiefs. That line's probably not going to move at all, so we're stuck with that. But let's talk about some things. The big game, we got some things you can make some extra money on other than the money line and the spread. So,
oh, yeah, prop bets galore.
Prop bets galore. That's where a lot of people are going to probably make their money. I mean, unless you're going to lay some large stakes on that money line. But who do you got? What's your – let's talk about some props.
Okay.
See what we got going there, and let's let the people know what you got.
Okay. Well, let's see. Eagles over 14 points in the first half has been a hot one I've seen. They've scored 14 in 16 games this season. The one I really like is Patrick Mahomes over 38.5 passing attempts. That will be on the rise. I got that at 38.5 yesterday. I can check Caesars, but it should be right there. It's probably on the way up. 2 weeks ago against the Bengals, he threw it 43 times, and they were ahead most of that game, So, Philadelphia has gotten out to a lead. They've been a great team, like I said, scoring the first half. So if the Chiefs get behind, Mahomes is going to air it out. Also, Eagles got a top 5 run defense. The Chiefs' offense, running game is not their strength. I mean, that sets up nicely for Mahomes to air it out more. His ankle's feeling better. That dude just throws it around the yard. I mean, it's the big game. Mahomes is going to do his thing. I like that over 38.5. Let me see what the juice is on that.
38.5. While he's looking that up, I'm going to talk about who everyone likes right now, Jalen Hurts. I got a prop, 10.5 rushing attempts over. I got it at plus 105. You could play it. I would play it only to 120, minus 120. I wouldn't go no higher than that. I won't pay that much for it. But Jalen Hurts, over 10.5 rushing attempts. Some people think I'm crazy for it because they like, that's a lot of rushing attempts because you got to break it up between Miles Sanders and, Scott probably gets some touches here and there. But
Kenneth Gainwell's getting
Gainwell, yeah. So, but here we go. The reason behind that is I'm banking on Hurts to make this thing happen on the ground because before his shoulder injury, Hurts cleared this line in half of his games, 7 of 14 to be exact. So before that shoulder injury, Hurts, when he got back to the lineup, Hurts had 9, 9, and 11 rushing attempts in 3 of most of his competitive games.
Yep.
So,
and competitive games meaning it's close enough. Hurts is still in the game. He's not sitting the fourth quarter like he did against the Giants.
Right.
That sort of thing. So competitive, which this will be.
Right. So breaking it down further, Hurts eclipsed 10.5 rushing attempts in 6 of 9 games pre-injury. So right there, we're just those attempts they were decided by 14 or fewer points. So in the big game, it's arguably the biggest stage in sports. We know that. So I expect Hurts and the Eagles to treat this as a close game, and regardless of whether the scoreboard dictates it, more importantly, he should get 10.5 rushing attempts. I'm going with that prop bet.
All right, I like that. I'll take one. I got this one from my guy at Larry Hartstein. He's at C's with CBS Sportsline. I'm a big fan of CBS Sportsline. That's what we do here. Like I said, I'm not a handicapper, so what I do is I go to the people who are. I go to the experts. I know what I don't know. And they do the research. They put in the work. So I encourage you out there, check us out, get all the information you can. CBS Sportsline is a great place to go for that. He had the Kenneth Gainwell over 11.5 receiving yards. In the NFC Championship, Gainwell had 2 catches for 26 yards. And Kansas City's defense is giving up the second most receiving yards to opposing running backs. He can get that in one play. You've seen how elusive Gainwell has been. I thought he made not the biggest impact against the San Francisco 49ers in that NFC Championship, but he had a couple crucial first down conversions. He's shifty, and he hasn't played much, so he's still explosive. He's fresh, all those things. One catch, he might get over 11.5 yards. So I like that. And the juice on that was at minus 125.
Good price.
So nothing outrageous.
No, not at all. So, guys, when we talking about juice,
yep,
we're talking about how much the odds and how much we're paying for these picks. Some of you guys may be seasoned bettors. Some of you may be new. But when we say juice, we're basically saying the odds, how much we're paying for it. Minus 125 is basically $1.25.
Yep.
That's how much we're paying for it. And then if you look on the plus side, it's the same. You just do calculations. That's what when we're saying juice, that's what we're talking about.
Yep. And so a good example of that, Patrick Mahomes, over 38.5 passing attempts. The juice on that is minus 125. So if you bet $125, that would win you $100.
Correct.
Or if you bet $12.50, if you're a lower unit bettor like myself, I don't have a big bankroll. So when I bet those units, my one unit is in that $10 range.
Right.
I'm not going bananas.
Right.
So if I throw down 10 bets a day into that 1, 2, 3 unit range, we're only putting in 150, 200 in play a day, some things like that.
Now, when he's talking about bankroll, I just want to make this to be said. Bankroll is how much, say, for example, you got $500. You take 1 to 5% of that bankroll, and that will be your unit.
Yep.
So when we talk about units on this show, basically 1 to 5% of your bankroll, and then you break that down, it'll equal out to a unit for you.
Yep.
So say $500 your bankroll, 5%. I would say take it to 5%, and that will be your bankroll will be one unit will be $25 per unit.
Yep, nice and easy.
Nice and easy.
Yeah, you got $100 in the bank, about $5
is
what you're going to bet for each game.
Game.
And that's if you want to, if you want to continue betting those things,
right.
If you want to kind of build up. Excuse me. What's up, AD?
We have a question from the chat. Want to hear you guys' thought on it.
All right.
So we got Mr. Joe Van Horn, good friend of the program.
What's up, Joe?
What's up, Joe? Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, he loves Goddard over yards receptions, and maybe a little anytime TD. How you guys feeling about him?
All right. Dude, that's excellent, Mr. Van Horn. I got at the top of my big game sheet, I got anytime touchdowns written down. I got Goddard at the top of that. He's still at plus 175. And through the postseason, Goddard is getting 43% of the Eagles' red zone targets. That's not a huge sample size, obviously, but he's getting the bulk of the share. And he also leads the team through the postseason with 10 catches. AJ, oddly quiet, but they run the ball and they do their thing. Also, to back that up, the Chiefs' linebacking core is one of the weak spots in their defense. So, and Goddard is good. Hurts, they got a great rapport all season long. Before Goddard was hurt for those couple of games, they were, they're on fire. I love the anytime TD from Goddard. I'm going to take a peek at his. Let's see.
Well, Joe, I like that. I like that. I like
How
that
about
too.
receptions? I see.
But I do like for Joe, for Goddard, under 47.5 receiving yards. I mean, if it's right now at like minus 117 for the juice.
Okay. Under 47.
Yeah, it's getting like a B average on some sims. So, I mean, I would take it under 47.5 for Goddard. But my anytime touchdowner is always going to be Kelsey. That's just a go.
Oh, yep. Kelsey, I just looked at that. Juice on Kelsey, minus 114 anytime touchdown. You've seen the records. He's second in postseason in catches, yards, touchdowns. He's Patrick Mahomes' dude. He just gets open. He's hard to cover.
Now, his back problems, but it's a big game. We're not talking about his back. He's going to get in the end zone.
Kelsey is going to
Travis Kelce is getting in the end zone, so put your money on that, definitely.
Here, let me follow up on that. Dallas Goddard.
Yeah.
Goddard, over 4.5 catches is what I'm seeing at. This was posted. This was still this morning when I seen that. Goddard has 5 catches in both games so far in the postseason. Again, not a large sample size, but they haven't needed to throw the ball. They've been dominating those games, and they ran it 44 times against San Francisco and about 40 against the New York Giants. So over 4.5 catches. He's got 5 in both where they haven't needed to throw the ball so far. So
All right.
giddy up juice, minus 130 there.
Yep.
I like those.
I
Mr.
like it.
Van Horn
Thank you, Mr. Van Horn.
getting in on it.
Getting in on that action.
All right. Here's something. I heard a good discussion about this. Seen this on Twitter. So, Kansas City Chiefs and Philadelphia Eagles. If you're just betting the outright win, the value's on the money line. That plus 1.5 ain't going to get you much. But in 15 of the last Super Bowls, the MVP has been a quarterback. And currently, Patrick Mahomes to win the MVP is plus 130, and Jalen Hurts to win the MVP is plus 125. So, if the Chiefs win, Mahomes is probably going to be your MVP. If the Eagles win, Jalen Hurts is probably going to be your MVP. It's rarely a defensive player. Wide receivers on occasion. It hasn't been a tight end ever. This might be one with potentially, the greatest evers. But that's just an alternative way to find some value in this very tight market of this game.
Right.
Where the money line is tough either way. You might have some live bet opportunities for that money line depending what happens. But just an alternative way to look at that. The Chiefs win. Mahomes is going to be your MVP, right?
Yep.
Plus 130. Hurts plus 125. There's
Good juice.
just a different way. And you're getting positive money is the key.
You're getting positive money.
Yep.
I would take that. Good insight. I never even looked into that.
Yeah, just another way. It's all about how you think of it, trying to find value.
Trying to find value.
That's what we're about.
Yeah. I got an interesting prop that I want to talk about. This is very interesting. Let me see here. All right. Tommy Townsend.
Kansas City's punter. Long hair, right?
Here's a Let me explain myself. Okay, listen. Tommy Townsend over 46.5 yards for his first punt. If you out in the chat and you listening, chat in and chime in. What do you think?
It's got to be the first punt.
First punt over 46.5. It's getting 118
plus 118.
No, minus 118.
Okay, minus 118.
Okay.
That ain't bad.
That's not bad.
Right.
Now, here's my logic behind it, right?
I love this. Punter props.
Punter props. Townsend's been a phenom, right, this season. He's cleared this number. You gotta dig into your data and find this stuff. He's cleared this number 39 of 61 punts. That's 64%.
Okay.
So the Super Bowl is played indoors.
Yep.
We're playing at State Farm, right? The big game. That's 1,152 above sea level. So basically, what I'm trying to say
a little
is,
elevation.
Okay, a little elevation.
Ball's going to fly.
So basically, the ball's going to fly. He usually punts 48, 49 yards. Anyway. So his first punt.
All right.
Lay some money on it.
I got it. I like it. See that, and this is the 1 unit thing. That's what,
Yeah, just 1 unit.
You're not putting half your bankroll on some punter prop.
Yeah, just
because you lose that and then you're dead in the water and it's no fun. It's a lot more fun, especially in the big game. You're at a party. You got things to root for. You got he comes along. You've got a few different things that you can root for. To back up a long punt, here's another one. The last 4 Super Bowls, there's been no score in the first 6 minutes. So we might see some defensive stands. They get 2 weeks to prepare. So they're ready to shut them down. So they're not getting across midfield right away. So they're punting from their own 20s. They got the full field. So Townsend's really going to have a chance. If he's punting from his own 30, he's got all the room in the world. He's going to boot that thing. Like it.
Like it.
We like it. We like that.
Cash it.
Overs are always fun. Unders are no fun.
So you like Miles Sanders, right?
Yeah, I do like Miles Sanders.
Okay. Well, you can get good juice, plus 175. Miles Sanders to lead the game in rushing.
To lead the game in rushing yards.
Rushing yards. Plus 175.
Yep. I do,
Well, you got to think.
I'm not sure about the usage of Clyde Edwards-Helaire probably not much since he's been out so long. And they got a lot,
Do we really think the Eagles going to run the ball like they did against San Fran?
Yeah, I do.
You do.
I think that's going to be the game plan. I think that's what they do well. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
True.
They got, they talk about good offensive line, good defensive line. That offensive line graded the best unit in the league according to PFF.
Right.
They've been playing like it. Hurts has got all the protection in the world. Yep. And they got a 4-headed monster. I mean, they got Hurts who can run it, Miles Sanders who can run it, Kenneth Gainwell, Boston Scott. You got some more chats, AD?
Yep, they want to know, this is Vegas 419. He wants to know what you guys think of the over-under.
Vegas 419, holla.
Vegas 419. Whatst up, man? I know this guy personally.
Well, he's got it at 50.5, just so you know.
Okay, 50.5. And this is funny because I hosted That's Debatable on Tuesday nights on Yamo, and I predicted 27-24, which is 51.
Well, here's my take on that. Over. Definitely over.
Oh, yeah?
The game final score will be 34-31.
All right. I like that.
Field goal.
I hope so.
I'm not telling you who I'm going with yet to the end of the show, but 34-31.
All right.
Take the over. Take the over, Vegas. Take the over.
He's sharper than I am. Trust the man. Also, I just said it. It is way more fun to root for points. This is a Super Bowl.
Yes.
We want bombs. We want big plays. You want Mahomes over 290.
Yes.
You want Hurts over 50 rushing yards.
Yes.
You want anytime TDs.
Yes.
We will just want stack. We don't want the San Francisco Philly 7 to,
right. I want Mahomes with 250 plus yards, 2 touchdowns at least. Oh yeah, take that also. I gave you another pick. Minus 131, 250 yards plus passing. Patrick Mahomes, single game parlay.
I'm curious what the juice. Mahomes is going to throw a pick.
What?
I'm curious what the juice is on that.
Oh, I don't see
No
that.
fly zone. The last 3 Super Bowls, there have been multiple interceptions thrown. Stats. No fly
The more
zone.
experienced.
I'm going to look it up. Yeah.
The more experienced Mahomes, I don't think he's going to throw it. put your money on it if you want
Mahomes to throw an interception at minus 117.
Yeah.
I take that.
You going to take that?
I like that. I'll put my money where my mouth is.
Okay. You heard that. Mark it.
Also, 49ers fan. So 3 years ago, Mahomes and the Chiefs doing their thing. I lived in Kansas for a while, so I got some. You got to know where I'm coming from. I want him to throw a pick.
Right.
But I like that. I'm telling you, he in his 2 Super Bowls he's played in, he threw multiple interceptions. So,
how many touchdowns you got with that?
I assume he's over. Total passing touchdowns, Patrick Mahomes over 2.5 at plus 159. But that's over 2.5.
Okay.
Obviously, you like that if you think there's going to be 31 or 34 points.
I definitely love it. I think he's going to throw 3 touchdowns.
They ain't going to run it into the end zone.
No, they're definitely not running in the end zone.
Philly, that run defense, that defensive line is their strength.
McKinnon might surprise you. He might get a touchdown.
Not this McKinnon.
Not this McKinnon.
Derek McKinnon.
Yes. So,
all right, what's his anytime touchdown?
let's find that.
We'll take a look real quick.
Yeah.
The Hurts passing touchdown over 1.5 minus 109. So Jalen Hurts scored 2. I'm sure his anytime TD's got a pretty good number also. So, all right. Any other questions from the chat? We're about 20 minutes in, so we're going to take a quick break here in a minute, and we will bring you our best bets for tonight's action. There's some NBA, there's some NHL, there's some college basketball.
Ooh, college basketball.
And then
we're gonna speak a little bit about me. I'm the handicapper.
You the dude.
He knows the information.
I know where to find it.
You know where to find it. He's perfect at that.
So,
but we're gonna talk about some things. And try to make you guys some money out there.
Yeah,
give you some free picks.
Yep, some free picks tonight, and just again, general discussion is what it's about. It's about information, man. This is just like stocks. It's just like buying futures on the grain market. I mean, it's the information.
Yep.
Hey, before we go real quick.
Yeah. Anything?
Dark Avenger. Was it Dark Avenger? It's an Avenger.
Yeah, right.
I love Avenger. It's Dark Avenger 3707. He loves the INT bet. So
yeah.
call on that.
My man.
Avenger's a symbol.
Thank you. Dark Avenger, thank you.
Right on.
Think Mahomes is going to throw a pick. Okay, great.
Right. Yeah, if you've got any, especially games tonight, if anybody's out there looking at anything, you got questions on those, throw them in the chat. We're going to step aside for a quick break here on Betting with the Best. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Elias, Olentangy Orange, Eli. What kind of player do you see him being, and is he the kind of player that you think can put a team on his back and carry them to a district final?
So I think he could be, but the thing with Elias is I don't think he needs to be because they have 3 really good guards. Mikey McCollum's been hurt in and out this year, but he's committed to Hillsdale, who's had a really good season in D2. They got Jordan Edwards going to Ashland. I think he's one of the best passers in Ohio. Not much of a shooter, but he creates offense, and Mikey and Elias are both knockdown shooters. So they got a lot of good role players too. Nick Chapman, he's a senior. Not a flashy player or anything, but he'll take charges. He'll knock down open shots. But, yeah, I think, in those games when he needs to, Elias can take over a game. He had a 40-plus point game against Thomas Worthington earlier this season. And, I think in March, guard play always wins, and they got 3 really talented guards. So.
Woo! That is fire.
That graphic is.
AD. That is Adam Dell, our proud director here at Yamo Media Studios, the man behind the desk, putting in the work, what you got to do, and that's what he's doing. All right, tonight's best bets. We said there's all sorts of action. I got it right here. The Avalanche, but they are not the play, despite they're my crew. When they first came to Denver, I was over there. My dad took me over when I was like 8. So I love the Avalanche. But going into Tampa tonight, Cale Makar's not playing. Lightning they gotta have some Stanley Cup revenge. For those of you that don't remember, the Avalanche defeated the Lightning last year in the Stanley Cup Finals. This is their first game playing together this season. So the Lightning are they got a bone to pick. Cale Makar, arguably the best defenseman in the game, sitting out. The Avs on a road trip. They had a 1-0 lead against Pittsburgh 2 nights ago. Gave up a late goal, lose that in overtime. So, on the road, struggling a little bit. Pittsburgh's a good team. Tampa's a great team. So, they're going to have a tough one tonight. I jumped on the Lightning money line. It was minus 135 earlier. So, $13 wins me about 10. But it's gone up to minus 145 since the announcement of Cale Makar not playing.
Yep, like you said, this is a Stanley Cup revenge game for Tampa Bay.
Yep.
So Tampa Bay lost their last 2. And then the Avalanche is coming in to Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay got some revenge on their mind because they lost the Stanley Cup. I like this spot for Tampa Bay. The money line is at on some books right now. It's like minus 143.
Yep.
I'm going with Tampa Bay all day on this pick.
Tampa 20-6 at home.
20-6.
Colorado 14-10 on the road.
So if you got some money to lay down tonight, this is, to me, I'm telling you, nothing's guaranteed, but I will put this as a guaranteed lock.
Pretty good. Yeah, that's, trending towards the Lightning's way. Like we said, all those things line up for them. Also might make a good parlay candidate.
Yes.
There's a couple other matchups in the NHL tonight. The Edmonton Oilers have been red hot as of late. And I know you like the other one. Vancouver has got their backup goalie in tonight. So the Islanders,
I would throw
about them.
If I was doing a parlay with hockey, I'm definitely going with the Oilers or Islanders.
And I like Edmonton.
Edmonton Oilers or New York Islanders. Definitely for a parlay. Throw it together with that Tampa Bay Lightning. You want to run all 3 teams. I'm lean. I'll give you a personal lean on that. So basically, when I say lean, that's personally what I would do.
Yeah. This wouldn't be like your numbers.
No.
When
not
you're
my
doing
numbers.
your capping,
Yes,
your
right.
numbers tell you to do this.
If I say I'm leaning on something, personal lean, it's basically
that's that gut.
It's this big gut.
Trust the gut.
Yeah. So those 3 teams: Tampa Bay, Edmonton, and New York Islanders. Throw them together in a 3-team parlay. Cash it.
Yep. I think I left the Islanders out. The Edmonton Oilers, they've won 9 of 10. They're rolling hot, so they're cleaning up, taking care of people. They won 5-2. They won 7-3. They dropped one in Columbus, of all places. And that's,
when did they do that?
That's one of, trap game. That's one of those. They're just looking past the opponent. And but before that, they beat Vancouver 4-2, 5-3, 5-2. So they've won their last 5 wins are by 2 goals. So you want to get sneaky and throw that puck line in there. Oilers minus 1.5 is probably, let me see what I can find it, plus, whatever. But that's another one we like. Now that
plus 130.
There you go. The puck line for the Oilers, plus 130. That'd be minus 1.5, so they got to win by 2.
Got to win by 2.
And Philly was hot earlier in the season. They've been kind of struggling as of late. We'll see how they come out of the All-Star break. That can throw a kink in things.
Mm-hmm.
But that's where we're at. We like the hockey. Glad it's back in action.
Oh, I'm glad it's back. I love hockey.
There was something else.
If anybody follows me out there and I love hockey. Speaking of that, hockey.
Oh, the Kraken and the New Jersey Devils. It's not one of my plays tonight, but I did just hear that Seattle Kraken Andrei Burakovsky is their leading point scorer, one of their best defensemen. He is out for tonight. And the New Jersey Devils aren't a bad squad. It's at home. Kraken can score on the road. New Jersey money line only minus 130.
Listen, the Kraken, let me get personal experience. I stay away from the Kraken, man. They've burned me at least 4 or 5 times.
That no bet list.
Oh, they're on my no ban, no bet list. I am not messing with the Kraken. That's just me. I'm not messing with them. You guys out there, you can mess with them. I'm not messing with them.
We got chat?
We got chat.
Oh,
Bring it.
All right, so good buddy Will Ward, friend of the program, host of the program.
Oh, what's up, Will?
Big Willie.
Over under A.J. Brown, 2 touchdowns.
2 touchdowns for A.J. Brown?
Under.
Come on, Will.
Under
and cash that.
Cash it.
There's got to be some, the juice on that would got to be high.
Oh, it got to be high.
Let's see what A.J. Brown is on the anytime TD.
And while you're looking that up, we got one more.
Hit me.
Vega 419. I didn't realize it was Vega, not Vegas, might be. Curious about the game plan for Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Had a good game last week. I see him going over 50 receptions and over 50 yards and over on 2.5 receptions. So those are 2 questions from the chats.
MVS 3 catches?
And 50 yards.
A parlay?
Ooh. I'm not sure if it's a parlay, but he asked about both of them.
Okay. 3 catches, yes.
3 catches, yes. 50 yards?
Well, Cole Hardman's not playing.
Right.
So it's Kelsey, MVS, Juju, who was kind of banged up.
McKinnon.
J-Mac. Kadarius Toney was again limited after that AFC Championship. Man, MVS looked good.
He did look good. 50.
I'd like to see the juice on it.
Yeah, me too, because you got Kelsey probably going to have a 80 to 90. That's just minimum.
Let's see what the sports line projection has got him at. All right, roster projection, receiving, MVS.
But we're going to go, that 2.5 receptions is cash. Cash that.
All right, the CBS sports line model, which is what I was mentioning earlier. You can subscribe to it. Gives you lots of game information. They've got an AI simulation. Simulates the games 10,000 times. They do it for all their stuff.
Yep.
So it's definitely one of my sources. And it's got the projections right at 2.5 catches for 42 yards. So leaning a little bit on the underside. I like the 3 And, man, you know, it's easier to cash unders, but
Yes.
if you've got Kadarius Toney or Juju a little bit banged up, it's going to be hard to tell in the game script. I'd probably go with under 50.
Vega, hit me up about that. Give me some time. I want to research it, but just off my personal lean, I'm gonna go with under 50. But I need to do some more data research on it before I can give you a hard nose. You know, I would definitely put money on that. But personally, right now, just going over what we have in front of us, under 50 and over 2.5.
Yep, like that. Okay, what else do we got on the docket? One I liked tonight that I just happened to catch was Bellarmine at Liberty. Obscure college basketball game. Bellarmine's out of Kentucky. The over-under's at 125. And the Liberty Flames can hang some points. They're a 14-point favorite, but I feel like Bellarmine's going to get a little bit on it. I like over 125 for the Bellarmine at Liberty Flames.
College basketball.
Just a little flyer for me.
You know what time that game come on?
Game 7 o'clock Eastern.
Oh, I found it right here.
Bam.
Okay. Let me see. Let me look into this real
Take
fast.
a little bit. That's the one that I like. I had one of my Kansas City sources. I'll mention my.
You say you taking Bellarmine?
I'm taking the over 125.
Over. Okay.
Bellarmine's a 14-point, or excuse me, Liberty's a 14-point favorite.
Over. Okay. Bellarmine's 11-11 total over for overs. Last 10 games, they're 5-5, so they're batting 50, 500. What else we got here?
Days rest.
Days rest.
Nothing
Okay.
yeah. No real solid numbers, but.
Let me see what they did in the
Oh,
last five.
excellent, dude. The public, 2% of the public is on the over.
So,
Yeah.
your Bellarmine, they have cashed in the last 3 overs. So they're 3-2. I'll take that.
3-2 in the
I'm
last
just
overs.
looking at it.
You know, and this would be a one-unit play.
You going over?
I'm taking the over 125. That'd be a one-unit play.
1 unit.
Like this discussion here, as you can see, Chris is looking at his numbers, and nothing's jumping off the table to him to where he says, oh, man, boom, that's going to hit the overs. Hit a few out of the last ones, conference play, whatever. Something that I like, you know, I'm going to just put 1 unit on it. This isn't something like a 3-4 unit bet down.
And
So.
I want to let you know I'm going to give you a tip on his game. 98% of the bets is going on the over on this game. So that's the public. They know this team. I mean, I haven't followed the team, but I don't follow.
What do you mean? You don't follow the Bellarmine Knights?
No, I don't.
I don't even know what conference they're in.
Me either. But these are the picks that you want to dig into because as a handicapper, these are the picks you can make money on.
That's where you find the value.
That's where you find the value.
Yep.
You just got to dig into them. So 98% of the money, the bets, big money. 98% is bets on that over.
We like
And
to see that.
there is a lot of sharp action on the over too. So
We like to see
when I
that.
say sharps, that means professional bettors, professional money, professional bettors that weighed in on that game.
Yep.
So put 1 unit on it. I would
Yep. Sprinkle.
sprinkle
A little sprinkle.
a little sprinkle.
All right. Let's see. I'll throw one in for the weekend. Gosh dang it. I was just going to mention something. Twitter. Gambling Twitter, sports betting Twitter is an excellent, excellent resource. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all those places. But I get a lot of my sources, a lot of cappers out there. Twitter is the go-to. It's short, it's concise. It's just, here's the play, boom, boom, boom. Do your research. Okay. I got one play for the weekend.
I got one play for the night that I want to give everybody free.
Oh, yeah.
See, I got it on. Look.
Oh, yeah, the Hawks. That's right. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, NBA. You want to talk about NBA? I'm the man. All right, right now.
Dude, in the NBA is so tough.
so tough to wager on.
We had one last night. We were talking about it, sitting here at this table. I was like, Clippers, man. It was Dallas at Clippers last night. Clippers have been good. Dallas, no Luka. Kyrie just getting there. Team's a mess. Come on, they can't put something together. The Clippers cover 7.5 at home, no problem. They've been hot. It's their first home game after a 10-day road trip. Shoot, lay an egg, Dallas covers. And, of course, my guy was on it. I'm sitting here like he let me be the dummy. I got to throw a unit on it. Whatever.
Dallas +8.
Kawhi,
Cash it.
PG. He just smiling this morning. Hey, man, you know I went behind your back and bet them Dallas Mavericks because you a dum-dum, right?
9-3 NBA run. That's what we're on, man. We're on a 9-3 NBA run. So if you follow me, and you know I got the platinum picks going on. Follow me on social media, CJH Media Sports. But we're incorporating this now into Yamo Media and betting with the best. So that's coming soon. But right now,
Well, yeah. Find
me.
his Facebook page.
Find my Facebook page. Find my Instagram.
Yep.
You're gonna see the Platinum Pick program. We ain't gonna talk about it too much on this show, but it's something that you may want to look into.
And, that's how this came together.
That's how this came together.
He's been doing this. He's he's got a mentor. He's got insiders in the right places. He's been doing this for a few years.
Yeah, if you really into trying to make some moves and some plays, hit me up.
Yep.
I've been on a stellar run.
You've been on fire.
I've been on fire.
It's nuts.
I'll just throw a little something out here. Last 23 days, plus 56 units. 24 units this month.
What's your
February.
NBA? What'd you say your NBA run?
NBA run right now, I'm 9-3. I was 9-0 until the Clippers messed me up the other night, and then I just lost the last two.
Yeah.
I lost last night. And
Remember what we had. All right.
I think we lost the Clippers game last night, 7.5. Yeah. I had it, but I had
you
it
had
too.
it on the side.
Yeah, you talked me into it.
All right. See,
It's cool. It's cool.
All right. Well, lay it on us tonight.
All right, so-
what you got?
Tonight, I let the public, I even posted it. We're going with right here, Atlanta Hawks.
And that's kind of surprising. They're playing the Phoenix Suns, man. They've been all over the news today. So why are you taking the Atlanta Hawks now that they got this big new trade?
Well, none of them are playing. There you go.
And they just shipped everybody out.
They just shipped everybody out. They shipped one of their best three-point shooters out. Devin Booker's not playing. Atlanta Hawks is at home.
What are the Hawks laying? 7.5 now? 8?
Yeah, it's about
Up to 8, yeah.
up to 8 almost. I got it at -6, but if you really want to make some money on this game, make some money tonight, go with the Atlanta Hawks. Whatever, even buy a point down. Go to -6. What is it at now?
I'm going to take a peek. -7.
So I will buy it to at least 6.5. 6.5. When we said buy it down, some books you got like DraftKings, FanDuel, or whatever. You just do an alternate spread.
I'm on Caesar right now. You can just click. All right, -7. If I buy it down to -6.5, I'll get it at -127.
Yeah, so
If I take it down to -5.5, that's -145. I'm cool playing it at 7. I'll take the push if need be at -110. No Devin Booker. KD ain't there.
Nope.
Mikal Bridges is gone. He
Yep.
was the length in the 3-ball. Like,
Listen.
and the Hawks come on at home. Trae Young.
Trae Young, Murray.
And
It's a lock. Cash it.
boom. There you go. And if you want to get in on some soccer action for those of you out there, English Premier League, I snagged this one from Twitter. And again, Sportsline Martin W. Green. Give credit where credit is due. Tomorrow, if my guy Brandon's watching, the both teams to score. We love this bet. Crystal Palace at Brighton. English Premier League. We're down to like the round of 16, I believe. Teams are both playing well. You're going to get a goal each way. -110. Makes it easy. You don't have to mess with a soccer match ending in 90 or going into extra time, which can get complicated. But that's the thing. We got soccer too.
See, we wager on everything here. Soccer, tennis.
Because it's fun, man.
Golf.
It keeps you interested. Oh, man. Golf. Yep. I didn't get any picks in today, but Waste Management's open. Boom. There's There's Cash Money Chris. There's those
There's those numbers.
And that parlay, The parlay, POD.
Yeah.
That's the parlay of the day.
Yes.
He just missed that one last night because Tennessee fell apart at the end, shooting free throws, a big three from Vanderbilt, bust us all.
We would have cashed in on 7 units.
Yep.
That would have took us to 11 units for the for the night, but things happen.
Bad
a lot of
beat.
people woke up this morning messaging me like, "We dropped the ball.
Yeah,
We
right.
dropped the ball, Chris." I was like, "Yeah, we'll get it back tonight. This card tonight, we'll get it back." With that being said, one more thing. Text 614-329-7257. The first 10 people that text me with the code BEST BET, I'm going to give you the play of the day.
Send it. Yeah.
I'm going to send it to you.
614.
It's a 3-unit play of the day. Cash it guaranteed. If you want to make some money,
Give that number again.
614-329-7257. The first 10 people
Text the man.
text me, best bet. I'm giving you that pick. And you can cash in 3 units tonight. Get your day started.
There you go.
Tomorrow you can take your girl out.
Free money.
Free money.
And it's for the weekend.
For the weekend. For
And
Super-
we were just talking about bad beats. That will definitely be a thing on this show. And that's especially for you in the chats. All y'all out there, you daily bettors, we definitely want to hear about the bad beats. I mean, that's how you got to get it off your chest and talk about it. I was texting with one of my buddies in Denver that he took a hard one on the he had Houston Houston Rockets money line last night, like plus 250. They were up the entire game. Kings come back and just snuck one in, so he loses that in the last seconds after a massive collapse.
Yeah, that happened the last 2 nights. All these buzzer beaters, New Mexico,
I think we got
Tennessee.
someone in the chat. What's
Somebody
up,
in the
AJ?
chat. What's up?
Oh,
We got in the chat. This is in front of the right window. This is Brandon Grease.
Hey,
Brandon.
yep.
Thanks for checking out the show. Harrison Butler over 7.5 points at minus 123 on Caesars. Lock it in. KC will take points when they can against the Eagles. What do you think? Harrison Butler over 7.5?
I did, yeah. I like that.
I like that, man.
Super Bowl's a place for field goals. Philly defense is going to lock him up.
Yep.
He's a pretty good kicker. I personally don't like Harrison Butker.
I don't either.
But, yeah, Brandon, that's definitely one of my fave
Yeah,
plays.
Brandon, that's a good pick there, man.
And I'm not sure what the
Good play.
usually the over for kickers they also have over 1.5 field goals. That sometimes is a little easier to hit than adding up your points.
Right.
We've seen some miss extra points, some things like that. But I mean, that 2 field goals, 2 extra points. Chiefs are scoring 31 or 34. We're going to find out in a minute.
I don't want to talk about no field goals.
Pass
My Dallas Cowboys kicker was
Exactly.
horrible.
But yes, Brandon, minus 123, especially that's some good juice. And the juice is worth the squeeze.
Yes, take it, Brandon.
All right.
Cash it, lock it in. Thank you. I will take that.
What's up, buddy?
I would definitely place that bet. And if I hit Brandon,
There you go. You think
hit me up on Facebook, Brandon, so I can find out who you are. I'm
Yep.
definitely taking that bet. I'm gonna lay some cash.
There
on
you
it.
go. And what? Yeah.
And
Once
just for
again,
just for you giving me that pick, hit me up, Brandon. I'll give you a free week membership.
my man. There you go. Holler at him.
Hit me up, Brandon,
Yep.
for your free membership.
Yeah, on Facebook, Chris Hartley, CJH Media Sports. We out there. I'm Ryan Dietrich. This is Yamo Media. Boom, there you go. Adam, that was a good shot of Adam Dell in that Yamo hat, man,
Yeah.
looking like the producer.
Yes.
And we are coming towards the end of it. We're about an hour into the show. What did I say? We're going to do 30, 45 minutes.
Man,
and here
but we
are.
just having fun, talking,
Cashing
cashing
money.
money.
God, you're on fire, dude. We're going to continue that streak, so we hope y'all are joining in with us. Yeah, you want to give your Super Bowl? Who you got?
You ready for this?
Because you said 34.
34-31. Taking the plus 1.5. I'm laying minus 110 juice on the Kansas City Chiefs to win it again. Patrick Mahomes. He's your freestyle player. I know Philly got a good defense, good offense, whatever, but you can't beat experience.
He's the best football player on the planet right now.
Yes.
They ain't no bullshit
Cash
about
it. And I put major money on it.
MVP?
I ain't going to tell you how much I put, but I
got
put some major money on it.
Couple units. You got him to win the MVP?
Yeah, if they win the game, he'll definitely be the MVP.
Right. Unless Kelsey has
like 3 touchdowns.
Exactly. That's what I was gonna say. If Kelsey gets
they might share it.
And that we'll see. Highly unlikely, but
highly unlikely, but
so I like that. Mahomes MVP plus 130, Chiefs money line plus 105 right now. Also, that will probably drop ahead of the Super Bowl. So if you're a Philly fan and you like Philly on the money line, you might want to wait till Sunday afternoon because that Philly money line should come down. It's at minus 125 right now, I think. It should come down to, minus 125 now. I bet Sunday afternoon that'll be 120, 115. Something to keep an eye out. And then, obviously, the live betting aspect of it.
Who you got?
I think Kansas City's going to win.
So we both got Kansas City. You see that?
I got the Chieftains 27-24.
You got 27-24. I got he's
right on
under
51. Right on it.
Right on it. And the over's 51, right?
I'm rooting overs, baby. I mean, I want some points. After watching my guys in the NFC ship.
Why would you make that score right at a push?
I know, well, because it was 49.5 when I was thinking about it.
Okay, when you're thinking about it. All right.
And also, I don't think it'll be that's a very football score that lines up. There'll be a 2-point, there'll be a miss, there'll be something that we're going to get 29-28, 30-28. So I like the overs. I'm rooting for it. I can't wait to watch.
Definitely. Oh, we definitely on the overs. We definitely on the Chiefs. That's our picks. Let's go.
That's what it is.
Throw a third in on that too. I'm all overs. Patrick Mahomes over 250 yards.
Yes.
Chiefs plus 1.5. Easy. I'm with you guys 100% on that.
There you go.
Book it.
All right. We'll see if we're right come Sunday.
6:30 p.m.
Like I said, thank you all for tuning in to Bettin' with the Best. Ryan Dietrich here.
Chris
Hartley. Adam Dell behind the desk. We're here. Yamo Media Studios in Columbus, Ohio. We will be back next Thursday, same time, same place. We're trying to hit you with that drive time. We're at happy hour, so you're at the bar. Give you some insights. You can live bet those at the bar.
Right.
Keep it with us. Tune in next week for Betting with the Best.